This one guy's been making a bunch of videos covering that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like pointing out in one video, he's like pointing out some website you can go to and like sign up for an account.
Yeah.
And then you can enter in your own prompts and it'll give you back pictures, Well, then so many of the viewers, of course, go rush and just like when they advertise something, well, then a bunch of their viewers go out and buy it, and then all of a sudden you can't hardly get it because it's out of stock everywhere. Well, so many people go sign up for that and be trying it out that the system's getting overloaded. It's not big enough to handle that many people, that many queries. And so then there was this other video where the guy said that they had to upgrade because there was so much demand. And then the one guy's going, I'm sorry I did that. That was my video that popularized it. But then the guy, he was real happy to have gotten that load and because then they got to upgrade their hardware. They got, I guess somebody else with the funds sees that he's got the demand, and so then they give them the funds to buy more hardware. Now they got better hardware to run use for themselves. Once the peak load kind of backs off and people kind of more spread out throughout the month, well then they can have better hardware to run their stuff on.
Yeah.
But you spend all that money on the computer, but then what percentage of the time is the computer even responding to you? On some devices, it's shutting down in between keystrokes. You know it? Because these keystrokes are only coming so fast, the CPU actually keeps going into low power state in between keystrokes.
Have you ever gotten water on your computer screen anywhere?
You can get the drizzle on there and stuff.
I hope it doesn't damage it too much. I think they're all waterproof these days,
well,
right?
Usually they're water resistant. But like your headphone jack, it's a place where water can get in there, so you got to be careful. But usually your screen is it's got a seal around the edge of the screen. It's real tight. And so that comes in helpful when you try to clean your screens, right? What if I did this?
Yeah, that'd probably mess it up, but
See, my lid all caved out. If that lid was like didn't even last a week. I already had it popping. I already thought the other one away. Now I won't have to carry that glass. The glass is heavy. So it's like you're gonna have to salvage the chip out of your Tesla so you can run programs on it. Somebody said that he was doing like Bitcoin mining on his Tesla. People be complaining about the price of the electricity, whether they can mine enough, earn enough mining the Bitcoins to pay for the electricity that they're burning. But he's like, well, he gets to charge his Tesla for free at the superchargers, right? So that he's saying that it's free electricity. But you think that Tesla won't want you run your own software on there, so I guess he must have hacked the system somehow to be able to run his own software. But see, like I told people that you could use those graphic cards, the GPUs, as the math code processor. And of course, immediately it's like start trying to argue and make out an argument to get more details out of you, and it's like there's no doubt it can be done. And then guess what? Then all of a sudden you have a book coming out telling you that it can be done, and then mathematicians, numerous different universities and places are trying to do that, and then they're having to try to encourage the hardware manufacturers to add more capability there so they can run a little more code in there to execute algorithms. But some of the people, they only want to put the bare minimum in there that's needed to be able to like decode video and show that on the screen. Maybe some a 3D game. And so they want to try to keep it very minimalist, but then mathematicians or engineers are like, well, if you give us just a little bit more, then we could do some run these great calculations. And so over time, it's like as they get to where they can make the part smaller and smaller on the chip, then you can put more and more gates on the chip. Well, then they get to where they're more willing to include a couple of, more than just the bare minimum features. But a number of even CPUs are that way. They put just enough what's needed to run. They got like a special program they want to run, and they want that to run as fast. So they'll do whatever it takes to make that program run fast, but then cut everything else out. So then anything else that you're trying to do on the chip, like you're having to take multiple steps compared to what you might on another chip, because there's a little more. You put a few things in there to make things a little more easy, to take less steps. But it's like that's not needed to make that one program run fast, and so we don't care how much fast the rest of the system runs. So you have to, really, do the legwork for all the rest of this stuff. A long time ago, there was some guy that wrote a program that would like process your file and forget like if they were just doing like some different character counts, or at least like doing like a substring search